Hi everyone, Kendra McCourt here with RE/MAX 100, your Southern Maryland home sale consultant. I'm here today with Jeannine James, the mayor of the town of La Plata. Thanks so much, Jeannine, for meeting with us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Thank you. So if you could tell us a little bit about the history of the town of La Plata?
I can. So we have been incorporated since 1888. And we're actually named after a river from that was in Argentina. And how that came about is Colonel Sam Chapman lived in Charles County. He owned 6,000 acres here.
Wow.
And he went on he traveled to South America. He was actually trying to find a cure for his son who was sick with tuberculosis. And he came across this in his travels. He saw Rio de la Plata. And he really liked the name La Plata, so he brought it here, and it has morphed into La Plata.
Interesting.
So he was the original founder. We were a railroad city here. The railroad from Pennsylvania came down here, and they would bring coal down here. And for many, many years, we had the railroad coming down here. And we actually have the train station here in La Plata that kind of commemorates what we used to be. And then we were officially incorporated in 1888. We are the county seat, which means we are the capital of Charles County. So we've got the courthouse in here, and we've got the government building, and of course town hall. And some of the things, La Plata has been in the news about having a tornado. So La Plata has actually experienced two F4 tornadoes, one in 1926 and then one in 2002. In 1926, it actually took out the elementary school.
Oh, wow.
And that is, and fortunately they had several deaths there. In 2002, we were very fortunate that it didn't destroy as much as it could have. And we lost 5 lives in that tornado, but it put a swath through downtown and now where we sit, Town Hall, it cleared the path for us. So originally Town Hall was not going to be here. It was going to be on the other side of town. But what came from those 2 tornadoes, the aftermath was that this community came together, and not only La Plata, but Charles County and the entire Maryland came to our rescue, and that's what the small community is all about, and it's about knowing your neighbors and working together. That's what makes La Plata very unique. All right, so welcome to beautiful Tillman Lake. So a little bit about the history of Tillman Lake. This is one of our hidden gems here in La Plata. This used to be the recreational place for the military. There was a military installation base right across the street. It is now a lacrosse field for the high school. And here, our soldiers would come here and they would be able to swim in the lake. There was a slide here. If you ask a lot of the locals here, this was their swimming hole for so many years. This lake has so much to offer. There's a 1-mile trail that goes around the lake. We have exercise equipment on various places throughout that 1 mile. Here we have an amphitheater out here that was built by Boy Scouts. We've got a lot of little extras here. We've got actually by a grant, we have a toilet facility, restroom facilities here. So there's a lot to offer, and we're standing right here on a floating dock.
Yes.
So the floating dock was able to be put in place because we got a $70,000 grant. So this can be reconfigured, and it looks beautiful for pictures for homecoming and proms and weddings and all that. And I even see on occasion on a Saturday morning classes being held here of yoga.
Yes, and I have done the yoga classes here in the morning and in the evening, and it's fabulous.
It is, and it's so peaceful here, and this is probably my favorite place in La Plata to be. And it's walkable from at least one subdivision. I'm hoping, my vision is to have sidewalks throughout La Plata so that we can get to some of these destinations, but this one is one of my favorite places.
Wonderful. So could you also tell us a little bit about your vision for the town of La Plata and how you vision the town growing?
First of all, I absolutely love La Plata, and I love the small charm. But with that said, we need amenities for our residents. And some of the things that we're working very, very hard, I am so passionate, as I mentioned, about sidewalks. I'm about safety. And I want to get people out walking. When you're walking, you're talking, and that's building a community. So one of the things I am very focused on is getting sidewalks on Washington Avenue. So I am determined to have that done. Other things are we're trying to attract businesses to come in because we are getting more residents moving in. We've got a few subdivisions on the books that it takes a while to get a subdivision moving, but we have them on the books, and we want to bring businesses in because we want to be able to give our amenities to our residents. We've got some fantastic restaurants in here. You've got Marie's, that was voted best restaurant in Maryland.
Wow.
So Marie's Diner. And then you have, and so that's your breakfast place. That's where a lot of people just gather. It's a well-known local establishment. You've got the Charles now that uses local produce and local meat. It's farm to table. That has been in existence now. I think they're going on their 2nd anniversary. And what's really neat about that is the homegrown Hancock supplies the eggs and the bacon, and the vegetables come from a local farm. And then you have some place like Galazio's where you want to get dressed up, and it's the Italian, and they have Greek things on there. And it's a little bit more of a place that you go to celebrate anniversary, or on pizza night, Tuesday nights. That's always a good one too.
Oh, yes.
So we have a lot of hidden gems here.
Well, great. Well, again, thank you so much for taking your time from your busy schedule to meet with me here on this beautiful backdrop.
Well, thank you for wanting to learn more about this great town of ours. And we are, one thing I didn't mention is from Memorial Day to Labor Day, every Friday night we have our summer concerts. And we've had Bobby McKee's, we had the military bands, we closed with Sam Grow.
Yes.
And we've had, Sam Grow brought in about 1,000 people. So
wow.
We have that. We have our fall festival, we have Celebrate La Plata, and this year, for sure, everyone needs to come out for our old time holiday gathering because, and I am super proud of this, our holiday tree is going to be one that is going to be remembered forever. It's we'll have a 26-foot
oh my goodness,
coming in. So we are, and the lighting will be in December, and this is something that I'm very proud of because we need to make this a community. And so we're lighting up the town hall and we're lighting up downtown. So
well, wonderful. Again, thank you so very much.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
If you haven't been out to any of the sites within the town of La Plata, I highly recommend it. You won't be disappointed. Thanks again. Kendra McCourt with RE/MAX 100, your Southern Maryland Homes Consultant.